It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. Checking out the Clippers, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out, though.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. This homestand ends here for the Clippers as they get ready to hit the road. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And this, the first of 3 games these 2 teams will play against one another this season.
So the Rockets win the tip. Paul with the ball. And in the game with the Lakers, he did not play that well. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Houston, Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. At the 4, it's Melo with Capella playing in the middle. And it's Green in at the small forward position. As you talk about IQ for the game, skill and competitive desire, few can rival Chris Paul.
Well, his buddies LeBron and Wade tease him about having a Napoleon complex. But whatever the reason, his motivation and perfection, it's impossible to mistake.
And that one falls for Paul.
He's a proven winner. I mean, it's easy to appreciate the skill set of Paul, a masterful shooter and a clever defender.
And so Paul nails both of them. The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success.
It's hauled in by Harris. Here's Beverly. 9 points last game out. And Capella sends it back, but he stays with it. Ball's knocked loose. They double him with Green. Shot clock at 6. Paul outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. Kicks it out to Harden. And a miss there on the triple.
Some very slack defending. Playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
Count it.
And you know what? While Bradley is focused on shooting more threes and less two-point jumpers, I mean, when you're feeling it, you got to let it fly, guy.
Paul passes to Green. On the wing, Green over Mbamute. And the shot falls short this time. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Capella sends it back.
It seems to improve his shot blocking every year. I mean, Capella is outstanding at using his length to swat away shots.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
And Beverly kicks to Harris. Such a wide open look.
Oh, you got to be cautious with Harris when there's a screen being set. He's very good at finding space and cashing in on the defense's mistakes.
Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
Well, Kevin, he stressed to his players that it's all about the extra pass tonight. He said we have a bunch of guys who can score. As long as we keep everyone involved, our best defense is a good offense. Well, let's see if they keep the rock moving tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah, I agree, because they have to be the team that dictates the style of play in this game. I mean, they'll be much better off in a shootout instead of a slugfest.
Harden the pass to Carmelo. Over Harris. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got his first basket of the night.
And the defense can only do so much when Anthony is locked in. There's nothing you can do to stop that guy.
And Gortat kicks to Beverly. Gortat with a screen on Harden. Lays it up and banks it in. Beverly's got his first points in this one.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Outside Anthony, screened by Capella. Here's Harden on the wing, guarded by Bradley. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Harris.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20 in points all time in NBA history.
And when you think about Melo's scoring back to the basket, facing up, so versatile as a scorer.
A combination of strength, quickness, and touch that you rarely see. He can go around you, through you, or shoot it right over you.
First free throw is good. You know, Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pros.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness simply off the charts.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Beverly for three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Inside, got a piece of it, and stolen by Harris. Here's Beverly. Good work defensively by Anthony.
Just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short-arm that layup.
Harden gets the bucket.
And what concentration from the veteran. Harden is awesome at keeping his focus.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bradley, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat. Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That free throw good from Bradley. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
Houston's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Here's Harden. Rejected by Harris.
And Harris just using that long reach of his so well on defense. Shooters have to be more careful or he'll rise up and swat your shot away.
Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Capella.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. James Harden, the league leader in free throws made for 5 of the last 6 seasons, and he came in a close second that other season.
Yeah, I mean, about 1/3 of his points come at the line. He's made an art of creating contact. You really think about it. Some would even say tricking the officials from time to time.
First one falls for him.
And if James Harden has one signature move, it's got to be his step-back jumper. Something he's worked on for years. And like the sky hook or Nowitzki's fadeaway, it's becoming one of those iconic, unstoppable shots.
And so he hits both. And Chris, you look at Harden's step back, there's a real different rhythm to it, isn't there?
I mean, he covers a lot of ground with that gather step. I mean, some fans even wonder if it's a travel. But I guess it's legal. Tremendous footwork crafted over countless reps in the gym.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And where the shot's been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Rockets.
And the corner 3 has not been their shot of choice here tonight. And I think a big reason for that has been the defensive setup. They came in focused on taking away the short-range stripper.
Harris passes to Beverly. Harris kicks to Beverly. Harris a screen. A floater. Moves back up. Gortat. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Now, the size and the length of Gortat, it comes in handy on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a solid and more than reliable big man with a soft jab. Say what you will about Gortat, but the man just keeps producing. He gives you points, rebounds. He's a decent facilitator, and he does it all with good efficiency.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And see Webb discussing Gortat. He gives you a lot that doesn't show up in the stat sheet as well.
He sets hard picks. I mean, he blocks out. He can play the enforcer role. He gives you a little everything apart from his long-range shooting.
Alinari, he's checked in for Mba'umute. Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. Chris, when you were playing, you moved between a couple teams. What's the hardest part about getting traded that fans may not understand?
One is your ego. You don't want to usually leave. If you didn't ask for a trade, you don't want to leave that town, that city, the fans, or your players that have become friends. If you happen to be a parent, think about it. Your kids may be switching schools in the middle of the year. What if you have a kid that's in his senior year of school and you have to be traded and you may have to take the family with you? So many just tough situations for individuals and for families. The bond you develop with fans in the city and players, members of the organization is very strong. And so it's a lot of times it's shocking and hurtful. It's how quickly can you adjust because that new team wants you and needs you back.
Good insight. And here's Chris after Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. Gordon kicks to Chris. Over Harris. Chris can't hit.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
The Rockets trail. Knight wide open. No good from outside. Alinari dishes to Williams. And the 3-ball is good. Williams has got 6 points.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Gordon with a screen on Williams. Screen by Capella. Fires from deep. The pass to Tucker. Gordon kicks to Chris. And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his 2nd foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Mike Scott comes in for Harris. And Teodosic subbed in for Avery Bradley. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Nene's checked in. Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the 3-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Here's Chris. And it's Nene, top of the key. Knight passes to Tucker. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Clippers leading by 5. Williams kicks to Gortat. Stolen by Gordon. Now here's Tucker. He's guarded closely and stolen by Williams. Here's Teodosic, defended by Gordon. Teodosic, the pass to Williams. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Rockets trail by 5. Inside. Down low. Here's Nene. That one doesn't go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Teodosic, defended by Gordon. Here's the screen. Williams kicks to Gortat. Here's Scott. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Well, he's a guy that can do many things well. I mean, Gordon is far from just a shooter. He's good at passing, too.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Houston. Here's Scott. No good on the 3.
Some very slack defending, playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Marjanovic checked in for the Clippers. And a change for the Rockets. Harden's checked in. Teodosic, the pass to Scott. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the left side wing. Outside Williams. Scott with a screen on Knight. Shot clock at 5. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. Fourth, the Clippers.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Here's Teodosic. Outside Williams.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Another miss by Williams. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari.
I don't think that was a pass he should make. Too many things can go wrong. I mean, they're lucky to keep possession.
There's a minute left in the first quarter, and Tucker kicks to Chris. Nene, the screen. Over Williams, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Scott is screened. Tries to snap the cold streak. Williams with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
For Houston, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. Free throw good. James Harden.
The night Harden put up 60 points and had a triple-double. That was so amazing. I got to mention that's incredible.
Now here's Williams. He has 6. Offensive rebound, and the shot is good. Marjanovic has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It could be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Harden outside. Pass to Chris. Over Scott. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D. Wade have all really gotten really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
Gallinari is out there with Scott. Then there's Marjanovic. Then it's Williams. And it's Teodosic in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Nene after the Clippers pick up 2. Chris pass to Harden. They set the screen. 5 on the clock. A rebound by Marjanovic. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Teodosic, no good.
Everything looked good until the finish, and it all goes wrong.
And the Rockets with a big summer and back with a vengeance in pursuit of an elusive title.
Don't count them out. If they can control Chris Paul's minutes, try to keep him healthy for the playoffs, if they're 100%, they can beat anyone.
Snatched up. Marjanovic, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Marjanovic has got 4 points now in the quarter. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Now here's Tucker. Back to Knight, and stolen by Williams. Pass to Teodosic. Gallinari, a screen on Harden. Williams against Knight, 6 to shoot. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greggy finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat and mouse game better than Lou Williams.
2 shots. Lou shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Bahamute comes in for Gallinari. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Teodosic. Houston also making some changes. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Chris. Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Paul in for Knight. Now here's Beverley. He's got 5. Here's Marjanovic. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
If you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game a loss to Oklahoma City. Anthony in the corner. Harden kicks to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Harden. Over Williams. The Rockets with another miss.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Tobias Harris is checked in for Mike Scott, and Bradley's subbed in for Lou Williams. And a change for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making there. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
And he's turned himself into a tremendous 3-and-D role player. Beverly's jump shot has become a strong suit on offense.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Chris Paul.
He's not a guy who's going to sit back and settle for jumpers. He's going to get to the bucket every time he can.
Back to Harris. That one, no good. And Houston the other way now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
They would look like they had it figured out and take a couple bad shots and be right back to where they started.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 8. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Over to the wing. Takes a 3. And it's Beverly missing. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Harden. Tries again, and stolen by Harris. And Baamute against Green, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
Here's Green. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Oh, well, once again, Harris showing off his incredible physique. Just really blowing past defenders in the open floor.
Now here's Paul. He has 6. Outside Gordon. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, one thing that sold Eric Gordon and Jordan the Rockets was the strength of their training staff. Ariza told him, you feel 10 years younger here. And he certainly looks healthy and rejuvenated.
Free throw good from Gordon. And Gordon had battled injuries in New Orleans, as the entire team had, really. But as you said, Chris, it's been a different story for him with the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, and we're seeing his finishing return to levels not seen since his years with the Clippers. I mean, from his first step to his bounce inside, I mean, his athleticism, he's made a comeback.
So he gets them both.
He's a top-tier shooter. Gordon, he's a former Sixth Man of the Year winner who plays his role to perfection.
Beverly, the pass to Bradley. He used that pick to perfection. Bradley's got 7 points in the game.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Clippers leading by 4. And Baamute the pass to Harris. And they pick up 2. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Paul against Beverly. Paul kicks to Capella. Green passes to Anthony. Back to Green. Anthony in the corner. No good from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Bradley passes to Gortat. And Marcin Gortat, the Polish hammer, in the final year of a 5-year, $60 million deal. Greg, he's been worth every penny.
He has, but he turns 35 this season. He'll be motivated to earn that next contract, but now on the downslope, we may see his role evolve over the next few years.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
And at the offensive end, Gortat probably doesn't get his due. He's got a lot of moves that he can finish with either hand, and his work on the offensive glass is more than capable.
Here's Bradley. Another shot, and that one's good by Gortat. 7 points in the game.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. We talk about players working hard, but also being smart. I'm sure there are some training methods, C-Web, that you think translate well to success on the court.
Good nutrition has become more and more popular. That, along with rest and then cardio, you must be in shape because the game and the pace of the game is so much faster. So, yes, you have to be smart in your training methods, especially for your recuperation, especially for your rehabilitation. If there's any injuries, you want to try to stay fresh while you're giving your all. And that's tough, especially back-to-back in an 82-game season. That can be tough, but it's something that you must focus on, and that's your health.
I can only imagine. Here's Anthony.
And look, you have to give credit to Harris. He is very good at getting his hands up and making shooters feel uneasy.
Well, Luke Baamute, a defensive specialist out of UCLA.
You know, he's probably a natural small forward, but this is a guy that can defend literally 1 through 5. I mean, his offensive confidence has also grown through the years and starting to develop a reliable three-point shot, even making some plays from time to time off the dribble.
Paul with the screen for Gordon. Kicks to Paul. Capella with a screen on Beverly. Here's Paul. They need this. The Clippers grab the miss. Gortat's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Capella sends it back. They retain possession. Harris against Anthony with the fadeaway. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 6 here in this quarter.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there now. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
Gordon inside, guarded by Bradley, and it's Gordon missing. Takes the 13-footer, and it's off the back rim, no good. Rockets trail by 14. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Anthony can't hit.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Here is Mbamute, and he gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 16.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Mbamute. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much, whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half court. You gotta do it as a unit.
Now here's Gordon. 5 to shoot. Screen by Capella to stop the drought. Goes back up. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, man, Capella absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of his to snag down second chance opportunity.
Now Beverly, 8 points for him. Harris inside, Anthony on him. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And looking now at some numbers for Chris Paul. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged about 18 points a game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. A tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
And the Clippers making a change here. Teodosic just checked in. And that one falls for Paul.
I mean, and you look at Chris Paul, he didn't play in the last 2 All-Star games, but he's a top 15 player in this league.
And so Paul nails both of them. And Chris Paul, all NBA first or second team just about every single season. And perennial first team all defense.
Well, get this. Only 3 point guards in league history have averaged 18 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals for an entire season. Russell Westbrook, he did it once, Isaiah twice, and Chris Paul 5 times.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
Now here's Capella. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
Teodosic kicks to Gortat. Bradley, no one around him. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Passes it to Paul. Screen by Capella. Paul goes in. Anthony on the wing. Over Harris. Anthony can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
And so here is Houston after the Clippers pick up 2. Gordon dishes to Paul. Screen by Capella. Shot off the pick by Paul. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Took him no time at all on that one. Bradley's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. Tucker. And that time also a missed shot.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation to coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Mike Scott's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Bradley. Houston also making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Chris comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Knight subbed in for Chris Paul. Now, here is Knight. 17 points for him last game against the Lakers. Chris kicks to Knight. And he makes good on the layup. Knight's got his second bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The pass to Scott. The 3. The Rockets pull it in.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from three-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm. Well, Kevin, the Western Conference Finals. I mean, the Rockets had the Warriors right where they wanted them. But due to the injury of Chris Paul, I mean, they helped open the door for the Dubs, but you got to play who's in front of you, and they won the last 2 games to take the series.
The first free throw is good.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And the Clippers making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Knight hits them both. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Marjanovic. Fade away. Misses off the left iron.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
And the jam by Harden.
Brutal. He's so crafty with the ball. The ability to score inside and outside. Just a terrific night from Harden.
And here is Williams. He has 7. Marjanovic a screen on Knight. Beyond the arc.
Gotta admire the speed of Harden. I mean, he looks locked in on defense, especially with how he contests these shots.
What a performance for Avery Bradley. He has been the story for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. High turnovers in the first half, James. I'm sure that ball security will be a focus in the second half.
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially on forced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Looks like this could be an upset in the making. I'm Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Avery Bradley. He had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
You had to love the persistence they showed on the offensive boards in the first 2 quarters. They put everything they had into cleaning that glass. And they came away with a lot of second chance points and a healthy halftime lead to show for it. And they're in a great position right now.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Avery Bradley.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
So important to have someone out there creating second chance opportunities. He took care of those duties in the first half.
We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Los Angeles leading by 14, and so in the game for the Rockets. At the 4, it's Melo with Capella playing in the middle. Harden out there with Brandon Knight, and it's Green in at small forward. Here's Harris. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Harris has got the first basket of the second half here for the Clippers. Rockets trail by 16. Harden the pass to Anthony.
Don't leave Harden open.
Bradley against Harden. Back to Anthony. Off target from outside.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks. Now, here's Anthony. Following the miss by Avery Bradley. To the paint. Gortat with the steal. Beverly against Knight. To the paint. It's stolen by Capella. Pass to Harden. It's stolen by Bradley. Beverly for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Rockets trail by 14. On the wing, Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now here's Beverly. 8 points for him. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
And stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Gortat. Beverly wide open. Connects from 3-point range. Beverly's got 11 points.
And what confidence from Beverly squaring himself up as the pass was coming his way. So he was ready to fire.
There's the pick. Passes to Green. That shot misses. Gortat with the defensive effort.
And you think about Mike D'Antoni, the modern-day godfather of pace and space. We saw this with his teams back in Phoenix, Houston. Actually, middle of the pack in pace of play. But they certainly looked to space the floor, though, shooting more 3s than 2s.
And talk about Houston slowing down a bit from D'Antoni's usual run-and-gun style.
Oh, yeah, they want to get Harden, one of the best shooters and passers in the game, in a mismatch and let him pick his man apart. D'Antoni showing more flexibility with his system than perhaps you give him credit for.
2 shots.
That's good from Anthony. Paul's checked in for Brandon Knight. He doesn't get the second one. Clippers leading by 14. The three from Bradley. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Anthony down low, guarded by Harris. Anthony can't hit.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
There's the pass to Mbamute. In the corner, Bradley with it. Drains the three-pointer. Bradley's got 16 points.
Oh, three-point shooting. I mean, the strength of Bradley's game offensively, incredible.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. James Harden, third.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Here's Anthony. Over Harris. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Paul. That's 10 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Here's Gortat, and it's Gortat finishing it off. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 17 rebounds.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
Harden against Bradley. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And really, Harden is even dangerous when he's looking to score. Even when the defense gets physical with him, he takes the contact, he powers through it.
And Patrick Beverley last season excited for a bigger role on the Clippers, but knee surgery wiped out his season.
Yeah, and he's in the final year of his contract, Kevin. A lot at stake as he hopes to earn a significant raise from a salary that's been one of the league's best bargains.
Free throw good, James Harden.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 11. Down low. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. Rockets trail by 14. Paul goes in. Harden inside the three-point line and misses it off the right side of the rim. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Green against Mbamute. Harris setting the pick for Beverly. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Here's Anthony. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Harris. And Mbamute kicks to Beverly. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
And the Rockets making a change here. Nene's checked in. Rockets trail by 16. Here's Harden on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Harden the pass to Carmelo. The shake. Mbamute pulls it in. Mbamamute's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I mean, and that 6'3" Bradley is a plus defender thanks to his quickness and tenacity.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. So for the Rockets, Chris comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Gordon subbed in for Green. Rockets have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Harden inside. Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Beverly.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easy look.
Harris's shot is off. Rockets trail by 17. And there's Chris. That's good on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists tonight. And Beverly kicks to Gortat. Beverly sets the screen for Gortat. There's a screen by Gortat. Beverly against Paul. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Mbamute. And here's Bradley from 3. And no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Gordon dishes to Paul. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, so composed and confident. I mean, Paul isn't the biggest guy. That doesn't stop him from getting it done inside.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Eric Gordon, the 2017 Sixth Man of the Year award winner. I mean, he has found a home and just been tremendously productive with the Rockets.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Rockets making a change here as well. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for James Harden. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Tucker. And Gordon, also the winner of the 2017 three-point shootout. His long-range proficiency, a great fit on the Rockets.
You know, he's got that low set shot release, but man, he gets it off with great volume and one of the more prolific three-point shooters in our league.
Now, here is Gallinari. After Eric Gordon's miss, here's Scott. And the rebound goes to Nene. Rockets trail by 11. Paul kicks it to Tucker. Shoots the 3. Paul can't get it to go. The Clippers shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Fires the 3, and that one's good. Teodosic. 9 points in the game so far.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Back to Gordon. Pass to Chris. And some nice passing there by Houston. Nene, the screen. Paul. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
His in-between game, deadly. It's a major surprise when Paul doesn't knock that shot down.
Scott with the screen on Gordon. Back to Williams. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Gordon kicks it to Tucker. Gordon a screen. Pass to Chris. Leaps for it. Houston needs to get a shot off. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Teodosic, defended by Gordon. Scott, good. And the Clippers lead by 17.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Now here's Paul. He's got 12. And the layup is good. Paul's got 14 points for the game.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And that's number 5 on him. No room for error anymore. I bet they'll take it at him right now. Try to get him out the game.
Houston making a switch here. Knight's checked in. Now here's Williams. He's got 10 to the middle. And it's Scott with the jam.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Knight with it. He's got 6. Nene with the screen on Williams. And the foul on Mike Scott. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Gordon. And that one, good. And here is Los Angeles now. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yeah, I'm with you. Disgraceful performance and an issue that might be tricky to fix.
Now here's Williams. And a great assist by Teodosic as that one goes in. Teodosic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here is Knight. They trail by 18. Outside Gordon. Now here's Tucker. Gallinari covering. Kicks it out to Gordon. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Sometimes there's no defense for Gordon. His focus, razor sharp. He's outstanding at maintaining his concentration.
Knight against Williams. Scott with a screen on Knight. Williams. It's rebounded by Houston.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Well, sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
3-on-3. Gallinari outside. Marjanovic with a screen for Gallinari. Just his first attempt. Second chance shot. And Marjanovic with the layup. Marjanovic has got 10 points in the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
Here's Tucker. And there's the call on Nene. That's his first foul. Clippers leading by 18. Here is Williams. 13 points in the game. Here's Teodosic. Softly drops in the floater. Teodosic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
That's a 2 from Gordon. Drained for 2 points.
Yeah, a master at the pull-up jump shot. Gordon shoots with so much confidence off the dribble.
And so it's Los Angeles with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their work from beyond the arc has been to highlight a lot of threes, finding the bottom of the bucket. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the huddle.
Obviously, we got to pick up. We know they hit some hard shots. We got to weather the storm a little bit, but we got to tighten up our defense, guys. We're not going to win with them having 30, 40-point quarters. Let's go.
Zeroing in on the issues here, Greg. No ambiguity there. Clearly not happy with how many points his team has given up.
He's right. Not enough effort. The defense must pick it up or they're going to be in for a long game.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. We've got Williams. Scott is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Teodosic in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Screen by Capella. Gordon, the pass to Green. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's Gallinari. And a great assist by Teodosic as that one goes in.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Buries the long-range jumper. 11 points for Eric Gordon.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Knight. Williams against Knight. The 3. Williams' shot is off.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. Clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
Knight dishes to Capella. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. They double him with Green, Everly with the ball. And it's Knight picking him up and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Rockets now. Anthony kicks to Knight. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Gentlemen. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
That free throw good from Anthony. Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Rockets. He makes one of two that time. Clippers leading by 16. Everly with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Harris's shot is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's a good screen. Harden kicks to Green. Outside Anthony. 6 to shoot. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Harris outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're moving.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Without question, Avery Bradley displaying his skills today.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense on him because what they've been doing so far is not working.
Rockets trail by 18. Paul outside. Dishes to Green. The three-pointer no good.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Harden against Bradley. He kicks to Gortat. Shoots over Capella. Bank shot, no good. Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Anthony with the screen on Beverly. The shot's good from Paul.
On that play, I mean, it feels even better to be the guy setting the screen than the guy scoring the points.
There's a screen by Gortat. Gortat with a screen on Anthony. Harris passes to Gortat. And he lays it straight in. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Anthony with the screen on Bradley. Kicks it out to Harden. Paul, no one around him. Misses the 3. Clippers leading by 18. To the inside. Here's Harris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, wow. And Harris is a guy that really offers a ton of versatility. He can play both forward spots and is an efficient scorer from just about anywhere.
And the first one at the line is good. And Harris drops them both. Chris, we hear the word switchability, popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for the flexibility with your matchups. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA has gone switchability crazy. you shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication is the key because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I hope we get away from as much switching as we do because it puts guys in totally wrong positions. And if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting.
He is a big guy, and Gortat doesn't play the finesse game. This is a guy who's all about strength. Forget about laying it up there. He's going to take the power approach. You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Green. Chris, in football, you have the franchise tag. It allows a team to keep a superstar by delaying his free agency. Would that work in the NBA?
I'm not sure if that would work in the NBA. It would be what else would reward this player in the franchise tag? Does it allow freedom for other players to come? I think that we're going to have to address some of these issues as time goes on, especially in a place like Golden State where they have so many great players there. But one of the great things about the NBA is the freedom of movement. And I don't think that we've seen really any teams get hurt too bad by the superstar leaving if they've acknowledged he's going to leave and made a trade for him. It is when that they don't acknowledge, a la Orlando with Shaq, a la a couple of other teams, they don't acknowledge that this guy may leave, that you truly end up with nothing. So I'm not sure about that franchise tag yet, Kev. The NBA is doing great. Players are moving around, and we're going to need some other teams to combat the dominant team overall.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for James Harden. And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Harris uses the glass to finish the layup. Harris has got 6 here in this quarter.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Harden kicks to Paul, passes it to Carmelo. Houston moving the ball around, and that one's good. Green.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
Beverly against Paul. Beverly dishes to Mba Amute, and there's the pass to Bradley. There's a screen by Gortat. Bradley passes to Gortat. Nice pass, led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
Paul kicks to Anthony. Capella sets a screen for Anthony. Green, the screen. That's a 2 from Paul, and too long on the shot. Clippers leading by 16. For 3, Harris. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And it's Green missing. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And probably coming out of the game anyway. I think we're officially into garbage time. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That free throw good from Anthony. So Anthony nails both of them.
He's taken an aggressive approach since halftime, drawing fouls, getting to the line, forcing the D in the bad spots.
First free throw is good.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
And so he makes both from the line.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Harden dishes to Anthony. Lets a floater go. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Harris. Clippers leading by 16. Shoots over Capella, and the Clippers miss again. The Rockets have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Here's Anthony. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one. Anthony kicks to Green. From deep three-point range, that's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Clippers have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Well, Kevin, you can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great at swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team.
LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Right side Bradley, off the screen. The Clippers rebound.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Now, here is Harden. Baamute with the steal. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First free throw is good. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. That one misses. Grabs the rebound again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
The shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. And it's off from three-point range. Harris kicks to Bradley. A three-pointer off the mark. Rockets trail by 14. Harden the pass to Carmelo. Some solid defense from Harris.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Beverly with a screen on Green. Clippers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Harris. And Capella over to help. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Houston making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. Timeout called. The Rockets. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Marcin Gortat.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
Rockets trail by 14. Harden outside. Knocked loose. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Just fantastic movement by Beverly. So effective in clogging passing lanes with his quick hands and anticipation.
Ennis kicks to Harden. Here's Anthony. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 15 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
When we get a look at what Harris is capable of, when he gets aggressive and attacks the rim, incredible.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Capella. Ennis in the corner. Off target from outside.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Clippers leading by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Marcin Gortat.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
Left side, Harris. Kicks it out to Bradley. Passes it to Beverly. Harris inside the line. Harden grabs the miss. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Anthony. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Harris. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. That free throw good from Anthony. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Knight against Williams. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Mark. You guys were all business tonight. No joking or fooling around. What was the approach?
You know, we come into the game prepared, more focused. We got a lot of energy, and, you know, basically it was an overall good game for us.
Very good performance, March. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.